We're going to solve a few more problems related with angles. Now, in case you haven't seen the lessons or videos of angles, please go through that. So now let's take a problem. Now this problem is a little bit more complicated. So let's say we have two lines and we have a line coming from each of these parallel lines and making an angle here, and we have to find the angle of this. What we are given is A and B. So let's say A equal to 25 degree and B equal to 65 degree. What we have to find out is X. Now to solve this problem, it's because these two, there is no intersecting line, there is no line intersecting two parallel lines, so this gets a little tricky. So to solve this problem, we have to be a little bit more creative. So what we have to do is we have to draw another line. Now this is a part of solution, so we have to draw this line, and we have to now try comparing different angles. So now if you draw this angle, now we can see angle this is equal to this and angle this equal to this. So that means X becomes A plus B, because this is equal to A and this equal to B. So just see, once we draw this line here, the problem becomes so easy. But then that is the trick of this problem. So let's take another problem. So our second problem is a little bit more difficult than the first one. Now I have already drawn the diagram. So we have a line, let's say AB, intersecting two parallel lines, this line and this line. And then we have, let's put something, DEF. So we have DE, which bisects the angle. So that means this angle and this angle is same. So that's called a bisector of an angle. In the same way, we have FE, which also bisects this angle. So that means these two angles are again same, Y and Y. What we have to find out is angle DEF. So angle DEF, that's what we have to find out. So to solve this problem, we have to again think what all the formulas which we learned can apply. So let's say I have chosen a different color just to have some variety here. So let's say we know this angle is equal to this X equal. So now one way to approach the problem is that you have to think of this triangle. So what all things we know about this triangle? Well, we know X and Y, but we don't know exact measure or exact values of X and Y. So now let's see, this angle is same as this angle, right? And this angle we already know that, so let's say DAAD, maybe AD, we have BE, we have all, okay, let's say ADF, or we already have an F here, so F, maybe ADG. So ADG we know is same as this angle. So let me write it here. Angle ADG equals to 2Y, correct? And we know FDG equal to 2X. So look at carefully, FDG, this angle, is equal to 2X. and this angle is equal to same as this angle, which is 2y. So now if we add this and this, so ADG plus FDG, so which is this ADG plus FDG, so that becomes 180 degree. So ADG plus FDG equal to 180 degree is equal to 2y plus 2x. So this would lead to x plus y equal to 90 degree, which makes them a complementary angle. So now if you see this triangle FED, so if FED is equal to x plus y plus this angle, which you are supposed to find out, plus angle FED. So if x plus y is 90 degree, and we know that the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree, so this would lead FED equal to 180 minus 90, which is 90 degree. So FED is really a 90 degree, so that triangle is a right angle triangle. So again, this is, we already, if you see this problem now, when even though on the face it looks a little complicated, but once you start breaking apart the problem and then apply the formula related with parallel lines, this thing begin to fall in the pieces so that you can ultimately resolve the problem. So the key thing to learn is really whenever you are given, this sort of diagram or something like parallel lines and some sort of lines are intersecting or something, always look for ways where you can apply the formula. So in case that you don't see a particular intersecting lines, intersecting two parallel lines, maybe certain situation you may have to extend the diagram for drawing few more lines, which you did in the first example. So in this example, we not only use the laws of parallel lines, but also we use the triangle, or the laws of the triangle, meaning sum of all triangles is 180 degree. So that's pretty much all I think knowledge necessary for basic knowledge involving angles. So with this, I hope that you should be able to solve most of the angle related problems.